Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and I am the designer behind Sandra Stitches. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you with us. If you are a returning watcher, so thank you so much for being here. So today I have some cute, quick, very simple crochet projects that you can make in under 2 hours that are more for summer, because you know it's summer now and it's really hot and we don't want to sit down with these heavy blankets and cowls and scarves and hats and all the beautiful things that we make for the winter. We want to work with some cotton, with some really lightweight yarns, things that are simple that we can take with us to the beach, or you know, if we are sitting out on a vacation or whatever. Okay, so let's get started. First, it's summertime. So what do we need for summer? Obviously, we need to drink a lot of water. So we need to take our water bottles with us. So we have these really simple and very cute patterns. I will link all the patterns that I'm showing today are free on my website. And they are all my designs. So you can get them free and follow them on my website whenever you want. All the links will be in the description box below. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Anyway, let's continue. We have these cute bottle holders made with cotton yarn. This is 2 strands. I used 2 strands of a cotton yarn because I had a very thin cotton yarn, but it doesn't really matter. You can use any cotton yarn that you have in your home. It's great for a stash buster. You can make it with double strand if you have like very thin maybe decay or maybe sock yarn, but cotton, 100% cotton I suggest, because we put our bottles here and water drips and whatever, and we want to wash them, and it's observant, how do you say it in English? Observes the water, right? So these are my water holders, really cute. It's using kind of a double crochet cluster stitch pattern, and it's made bottom up. This is the first pattern. I think they're adorable. As you can see, they're very well used, stretched. We use them in my family all the time because water where I live is so hot that you have to drink water all the time to be hydrated. All right, so this is the first one. The second one, when you go out and you're about in the sun, on the beach, on a festival, outside, like summer, it's a great time for outside festivals and music and people dancing and enjoying the music and everything. You need something to put on your head, right? And what's best than a cute bandana? A cute bandana made with the Adriene square in halves and whole in this amazing vintage pink color. I just love this bandana. I am not a bandana person because although I think I'm 19, but I'm not 19 anymore. So this is my Adriene bandana pattern. You can find it in my website. As I said, it's a free pattern. This also is made with a cotton blend yarn that I had. Now all my patterns, you will see, I write in the materials. I don't suggest a specific yarn, because where I live we don't have so many yarns, and so I just make a sample and I tell you just use whatever yarn you want to use with it. It's not that you have to use the specific yarn that I used. Usually I will even don't have the name of the yarn, because I buy from China and they don't really put any information on the labels, so it's kind of I'm not really sure all the time, but sometimes I know, and if I know what kind of yarn I used, if I have the label, so I will put it in the materials in the pattern. This one is a cotton blend, I know, because I remember this yarn. And yeah, so we have a first bandana to put on your head and be beautiful and free and enjoy the music. And you know, these are really fast projects, under 2 hours. You start and you're done. They're also great for markets, for gifting, for donating, whatever you want to do with them. All right? And we have another bandana, because you know, you need a few styles. So this one was a kind of an open style, open lacy bandana, and we have a more close bandana with a stitch that is really the most stitch, that is really very, very tight. Now this one, as you can see, I used a kind of acrylic blend, so it's very stretchy. But if you make it with cotton, it's the best. I just didn't have cotton when I was working on this bandana, and I love this variegated yarn. All the color is so colorful for the summer, and this is a more close pattern, right? Stitch pattern. But I also made a little lacy border to go with it, so it gives it a more like a movement to the bandana. I love it. It's beautiful. And you can make it in any yarn, in any color. You don't have to use these colors, all right? So this is our second bandana. Now, another thing that you can make for under 2 hours, and it's cotton, usually made in cotton, but you don't have to make it on cotton. It's a plastic bag holder. Now, these are so usable. I don't know how you say it in English, but you know, use them all the time. I made one of these for each and every one of my daughters, and I know they use them because I've been in their houses. Now, you have all these plastic bags that come with your groceries or when you go and buy something, and I try not to use plastic bags. I have all kind of reusable bags, but once in a while, it happens to everybody, you get a plastic bag. So I don't want to throw them away. I want to reuse them and see what I can, you know, so I don't just put them in the bin and it goes to the landfill and everything. So I reuse them. I wanted something that will hold them and they're not in, you know, under the sink, usually all messed up there. No. So we put them in here, and if this is full, it means that we are using too many plastic bags. So we need to think about it. Very, very easy using cotton yarn. Of course, you can use acrylic yarn for this as well. And you use a ponytail headband, you say, ponytail band on 2 ends, and you make a little holder like this, and that's it. You walk around the ponytail band, and you attach one at the beginning and one at the top and one at the bottom, and so you can pull your plastic bags from here. You put them inside here and you can pull them from here, and it's beautiful and it's organized, and not all your plastic bags are stuffed behind, you know, in the below the sink cabinet. Okay, another pattern that you can, another crochet project that you can make in under 2 hours is a cute little bag for when you go to this festival, or when you're just going around summertime. You don't want to carry, you know, big bags, anything that's on your body and it's heavy and it's hot. You don't want that. So you need a little bag, mesh bag, that you can take anywhere. And this is my mesh bag pattern. For this one, I used DK weight, even, I think it's even less than DK. Again, I don't have the information in the labels because it's yarn that I buy from China, so they don't usually put any kind of information on the labels. First of all, look at the colors. This is a self-striped yarn. Amazing colors. I love this combination. It's a mint and gray and beige. Amazing. I love it. And it's, I think it's a kind of a blend yarn, a little bit of cotton, a little bit of acrylic, because it stretches. It's not sturdy like 100% cotton. And yeah, so this is a little mesh bag. It's worked bottom up with small stripes. Again, under 2 hours, you just roll it. It's really fast. It's using the V-stitch. As you can see, I love the V-stitch, so you will see the V-stitch in many of my designs. You can put here, you know, your phone, your sunglasses, maybe your hat, maybe something. I wouldn't put keys because there are holes and it's not lined. Of course you can line it if you want, but I wouldn't put very small things that can fall, even though the bottom is closed. But on the sides of the bag, there are holes from the V-stitch, so be careful. This is the mesh bag. Again, the free pattern is on my website and it will be linked in the description. Now, with the same yarn, because I had some yarn left over from the skein I had, I decided to use it and make a washcloth. Even though, as I said, I wasn't sure how much cotton it had, this yarn, but I just loved it. I love the color. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful the colors are here. And again, the washcloth, you can use it in any kind of whatever you want to use it for. I did not use this. This is just a sample, so I cannot tell you if this specific yarn was absorbent or not, if it was good or not, but I just love the colors. So you can choose any color that you love and make this washcloth. It's using the linen stitch, which is amazing. Of course, the linen stitch is amazing. And yeah, just because of the color work, the color stripes, it's self-striped. I did not decide on the colors. It came out like this by itself. And yeah, so this is the washcloth. Next one, I have a few more. If we are talking about washcloth and under 2 hour projects, so of course washcloths are the best. I have another washcloth, and this one, look, just look at it, just look at it at the side, okay? Can you see the bumps here? Can you feel them? When you're washing yourself, you feel the bumps, right? So this one, I used double strand of 100% cotton yarn from a company called Drops. It's got the label for this yarn, it's called Paris Drops, and it's a worsted weight yarn, and I used 2 strands, so it's heavy. It's heavy, it's very sturdy, very cotton, 100% cotton, and it has these little bumps. They are kind of little small bubbles, and the stitch, it's not a bubble that you have to make 100 double crochet. It's a small bubble, very simple. And yeah, so if you have like leftovers of cotton yarn that you don't know what to do with them, just double strand them and make a washcloth. Okay, so this one, again, the pattern will be is free in my website. This is our second washcloth. Now, all these things are summer because they are really fast to crochet, quick projects, and also not very heavy and warm yarns, right? So we can make things for the home as well. One of them is a rectangle granny. What would you call this? A table runner? Maybe table runner, but a small one, not a very long one that goes all across the table and falls on the sides. No, it's like a centerpiece, granny rectangle table centerpiece. Okay, now if you are into the how you call it, the coastal theme, so of course blue and white are your colors, right? And if we are thinking summer, you know, the beach, going on a yacht, maybe sailing somewhere, maybe you live by the beach. By the way, I live by the beach. As I'm speaking with you, my window is here, and from the window I can see the Mediterranean Sea. I live in Israel and I'm just by the beach. So if you have a coastal theme, this is great. Again, for this one I used, I don't remember, this is a very old pattern. I don't remember if this is again Paris Drops Paris yarn, but it's 100% cotton for sure. Okay, so this one again is free on my website, under 2 hours. It's just a granny rectangle. You just use different colors and you go with it. All right, the next one, which is in the same theme, it's a dishcloth. Again, white and blue if you are in the coastal theme, and it's again using the Drops Paris 100% cotton yarn. But again, as I said, you can use any cotton yarn that you have. It doesn't have to be the same yarn. Here I used a pattern stitch pattern of front post and something else here in the middle, kind of making it, you know, more interesting. Again, if you're making a dishcloth, a washcloth, I would not use acrylic yarn, of course, because it's not usable for this kind of objects. I would use only 100% cotton, so you can wash them and more durable, right? Look how beautiful this dishcloth is. Crisp white and a very light blue, kind of a, I don't know, light jeans blue. It's not a dark blue that you will see in all the coastal theme things. It's more like a light blue. So this is the dishcloth. Again, 2 hours, under 2 hours. Maybe this one will take a little bit more, but it doesn't have to, because it's just rows going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's just double crochet and front post and half doubles here. So now maybe 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so you have the dishcloth. The next one we have, again, is for the home. And you know, I said that we have problems with yarn where I live. So these ones are made with acrylic, but I suggest, this is a sample, I suggest you do not make them with acrylic, you make them with cotton. Why? Because these are supposed to be hot pots, right? Look at them. It's the same pattern in 2 different colors, and they are called Freyia. Freyia, I designed these ones when I was watching Vikings on Netflix, and I was in love with the names of the women and everything about it. The names, the clothes, the story, everything about the Vikings I loved. Of course, not the fighting, but it was part of it. And so I called some of my patterns during the time that I was watching it, I called them in Nordic names, right? So these are called Freyia, and they are hot pots. Now, I use acrylic yarn, but if you use it as a hot pot and you put something very, very hot on them, the acrylic will, you know, melt or get burned or get stuck into your pot, or something will happen. So no, don't use acrylic yarn, but do use the pattern. Just use a different yarn, cotton yarn, or blend cotton yarn. I use here double strand. Again, I had a very thin, I think it was decor or even thinner yarn, and I don't usually use very thin yarn, so I double strand. I wanted them to be more, you know, heavy. Yeah, so these are the Freyia hot pots. Again, you can find the pattern free on my blog. Now, the last thing I have for you is we had a crochet along, like we are now July 2025. I don't know when you're watching this video, but today, now it's July 2025. So on June, last month, 2025, we had in my community a crochet along for coasters. Now these again are patterns, are projects that you can work in under 2 hours, right? Under 2 hours. So all the crochet along, all the patterns are on my website. You can find them there. So we have here 6 different crochet coasters patterns. We have, I made each one of them in 2 colors, so it's more, you know, you can, let me find it, where is it? So I can show them better, right? Okay, oh, here it is, in the back. Okay, I'll show you each one of them. Each one of them has a name, but all the names are in the Carl post. There is a main post where you can find all the patterns, and you have a link for each one of them. All the patterns are mine, so you don't have to go to other designers' websites. So we have this one. Look how beautiful. I just made them in 2 colors. You can make 4, 6, how many you want, in different colors, in the same color, doesn't matter. And of course, use cotton yarn. Again, I think it's best. This one is a blend cotton yarn, but I think it's best because, you know, you put a glass or a mug or something on them and it spills, and then you have to wash it. You know what I mean. So this is the first one. This is the second one. Look how beautiful it is. Let me show you the right side of it. If you are again in the coastal theme, so just think about this one, made in white and blue. Looks like kind of, you know, blends into the coastal theme. So this is the second one. This one, I just love it. It's the third one. Look how beautiful, how easy, how cute they are. I see I have the yarn that I have to weave in here. Okay, this is the third one. Again, you can make as many as you want. Under 2 hours, you have a set of coasters. If you make 4, 6, 8, how many you want to make. You can blend with the different patterns, the different designs of the coasters, or you can make sets of each of the designs. This is the fourth one. We have 2 more. This is more like a geometric one. Okay, geometric one. And this is the classic granny kind of flower one. And the last one is more, let me show you the right side. It's more dense, but again, it can also be in the coastal theme. If you work it in white and blue, it has like the wheel here. Just be creative, right? Okay, so this is it. We walked through quite a few crochet projects that you can make in under 2 hours. Let me get them from the floor. Coasters, bottle holder, washcloth, bandana, another bottle holder, another bandana, plastic bag holder, mesh bag, beautiful mesh bag, another amazing washcloth, this rectangle centerpiece for your table, dishcloth, and my Freyia pot holders. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Tell me which one you are going to make, and if you want, share the pictures. Take some pictures, photos, and share them in the comments, or send me an email. All details in the description box. If you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee. There is a link in the description box, or you can also join my free Facebook community. Everything, you will find all details in the description box. So I will see you next time. Bye bye.